There you go.
Christy! The Tech Award of the day. Okay, thank you so much. Back on track. So, translated response and results. And that gentleman is my grandfather, Bill Zimmerman. Does anybody know who the man?
Bobby Jones.
Well, I know y'all know who this is. Anybody know who that is?
Eisenhower.
Very good.
Wow.
So, he played this is at Augusta National. Eisenhower, I don't know, I won't tell y'all, that's a whole nother story. But there's a cabin named after him. Eisenhower loved to play golf. Yep. And so, my grandfather had a pretty interesting career. And his father was a contractor when they were building Augusta National. And, you know, this was in the late 20s, starting of the Great Depression. And so when it got time to make the final payment to all the contractors and people that had worked, they ran out of money. So they gave everybody a free one-year membership to Augusta National and a set of golf clubs. And so my great-grandfather didn't care for golf, and you can imagine being paid with a set of golf clubs in that time. Some may consider that an insult. Well, he gave them to my granddad. And so my grandfather knew who Bobby Jones was because he helped design Augusta National and was still one of the most respected amateur golf players in the world. And so his father had got to work alongside with Bobby Jones and Clifford Roberts. And interestingly enough, his future father-in-law, my grandmother's father, was the mayor of Augusta, and he helped select Fruitland Nurseries, which is the site of Augusta National. So that's another story how that came back together. But my grandfather decided he would take these golf clubs and pick up and start playing. And so what he did is every day after school would commandeer his sister's swing set, take the kitchen rug, throw it over the swing set, and hit golf balls into the rug for a couple hours every day. And you take Bobby Jones's book, and you can imagine this, now we're watching YouTube videos or something on our phone to give us an instruction, even a video of ourselves. He'd take Bobby Jones's book, place it on the ground to the picture of his swing, and sit there for hours trying to copy Bobby Jones's swing. Well, he realized that he couldn't swing just like Bobby Jones, but he tried to emulate as much as he could. And he became a pretty good golfer, won some city championships there, went on to win some international tournaments, and golf ended up taking him all around the world and helped him do things that he never could have afforded to do on his own. His parents couldn't pay for it. Golf actually kept him out of the war. He got to stay back behind the lines, and after World War II was over, actually traveled around Europe for 3 months playing golf with the generals. I don't know how my grandmother lived through that, but they then traveled to Japan. Golf took him all the way around the world, and started out with just how he responded differently than his father did to an opportunity. And my grandfather, it was so cool to hear him talk about playing with, you know, when someone talks about someone you've read about and they've actually met them. I got to play with Bobby Jones, and I got to play a lot with him. And I can count on one finger how many times I beat my grandfather, even in his 70s. When I'm in my 20s, I'd say to him all the time, I'd say, I wish I could play, you know, as good as you can. He said, well, you don't practice as much as I do. So I play golf every day. You're in school, you go to wrestling, football, you've got other interests, all I do is play golf. And that was incredibly true. The most interesting part now is, he passed away about 13 years ago, and I've got all his golf books. And I've been reading through some of them, because some of those fundamentals, especially in sports, some fundamentals last for centuries. Golf is a real easy one. All you got to do is find a way to swing the club and hit a ball. And you can do that any way you want and hopefully be successful. So I'm reading a lot of these books, and I found newspaper clippings that they place in them about my grandfather, stamps of Bobby Jones, copy of his funeral, and it's just interesting what you can learn from that. And I've never had a golf lesson my entire life. I'm not even close to being good at all. But a lot of things he taught me, I was able to practice with him, and it made a huge difference in trying those things. So, how do you translate response into results?
Practice.
There is so much information out here. Sometimes it's hard just to decide on what you want to respond to. I mean, there is information being thrown at us all day long. But translating response into results, you've got to figure out how to take what you've heard, learned, or discussed in a class, and whatever response you have, you've got to figure out how to turn that into results by doing one or two things. Start doing something or stop doing something. Because you know that doing nothing is actually a response. That's doing something. So you got to do one thing. Start doing something or stop doing something. And there's a couple ways to do that. There's 4 ways. You can learn, you can try, you refine, and you evaluate. So first, an idea is presented. You go to a seminar, you go to a class, you read a book, maybe you read a blog, and you learn something new. And this could be personally as well. Maybe you want to learn how to do stand-up paddling. You know, the YOLO boards, you want to do paddleboard yoga. Okay? So you got to go to a class, you got to learn what the equipment is, how to do it, then you got to try it. That's the scary part. Going out on the water, standing up on that board, trying to paddle, falling over, people watching you, but you got to start trying something. Then once you try it, you got to go back and refine it. So, well, you know, I can't do it. Do the stand-up yoga like this 22-year-old blonde girl that weighs 90 pounds in her, tight spandex clothes and look pretty. I got to figure out a way I can do it myself and refine the way you do things. And you've always got to go back and evaluate it. Did you evaluate it properly? Did you refine what you learned, tried in a way that's going to help you do it better the next time? And that's not easy stuff to do. It's so easy to apply a lot of business practices to athletics because we've all participated in some kind of sport at some level. You start out, they tell you about it, say, all right, now go kick that ball. You go out and kick it, and you practice some more and you realize that I suck at kicking. Or I'm kicking with the wrong foot. You refine what it is you're doing and then evaluate it and figure out how you can get better, which means you typically stop doing something and start doing something. And knowing that results is the name of the game. It's all about generating some kind of result. The result is, I want to be happy. I want to make more money. There are tons of different results. But the reason you practice something and try to get better at it is there's some kind of result you want to get. And your philosophy, attitude, and you can call it activity or discipline, either one, generates the results. And you can't say that, well, I didn't get the results I want because it rained today, the weather got in the way, the market's bad, interest rates are too high. The 3 things that affect everybody's results, everybody here, everybody at other companies, everybody around the world, is either your philosophy, your attitude, or your activity and discipline. These are the 3 that generate the results that you want. What's happening out there is always going to happen. We can't do anything about the weather, can't do anything about the market, but things you can change or not change, but learn more about so you can try different things and refine your ideas is your philosophy, your attitude, or activity and discipline. Those 3 things will change your results. And as Sandy said, is practice. Practice, practice, practice. And it's important practice because opportunity always follows difficulty. That is so true. I've been amazed how many times, you get through something difficult and boom, the miracle happens, right? Oh my gosh, this actually happened. I survived. That's opportunity. And opportunity is sometimes a reward for getting through something difficult. And it's like the seasons. Winter is always before spring and after fall, and it never changes. Opportunity always follows difficulty. No one gives you an opportunity and say, Daniel, real proud of you, I want to have this opportunity. Take it. But the next 3 weeks are going to be very difficult for you. You wouldn't take the opportunity. You know it's going to be difficult. But the opportunity is a reward after you overcome whatever difficulty it is you're dealing with. And I'm telling you, if you can get excited about the challenges that lie ahead because you know you're gradually getting stronger, wiser, better, you can grab those opportunities. Because they don't last long. Most times those opportunities are a flash in the pan and it passes and you think, God, I just didn't, whatever it is, I didn't have time, I'm busy, I didn't know how to take advantage of it. You have to be able to work on those things and those skills so when the opportunity presents itself, you can seize it and grab it because it passes so quickly. So the challenge is to take advantage of all the opportunities around you. Results are the name of the game. Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems, wish for more skills. Don't wish for less challenges, wish for more wisdom. It is the same out there for everybody. But what's different about each and every one of you is you can make a decision on what you want to work on so that you can take advantage of all the opportunities that are around you. And we just appreciate the opportunity to work with y'all because we like to have fun. It's not about the sales. It's about the opportunities that getting good at those sales generates for you personally and professionally. Though, every manager says this, every business owner says this, sales solve all problems. They really do. But there's a lot of work that goes into that. And understanding the seasons and that opportunity always follows difficulty, you'll be better prepared to take advantage of those opportunities and learn new things, try new things, refine your skills, and evaluate it. And if you need help with seizing some of your opportunities, that's what the three of us are here for. I appreciate y'all taking the opportunity to be here today and listen to us. We enjoy being with y'all. Wish I had a video like that every Wednesday. Until 10:30. We're trying to keep these meetings more business oriented. Yeah. Well, I know the three of us are. I can't speak on behalf of what happens after we leave the building, but we're trying to be respectful of y'all's time.